Hello everyone, in today's video we'll go back to the basics. How does the stock market work? What is a stock? How does one buy and sell stocks? What are they used for? How is the price of a stock determined, and all about it in today's video. We talked a lot about investments, index and mutual funds in our channel. It is also essential to understand the basics. Today's video will help you get the big picture of stock market and its working. So let's get started. Back in the 1600s, there was Dutch East India Company which went on voyages to trade with Eastern countries. The voyages required a lot of capital which the company did not have. So what they did was, they asked the public if they could fund their mission. A lot of people came forward and put some money into the Dutch East India Company's mission. The company used this pool of money to trade with Eastern countries. They saw a lot of profit too. From this profit, they distributed the profit back to the people based on how much each of them invested. This could be the earliest version of stock market, which I got to know from a TEDx video. So why do we need a stock market? Say you have a business idea and you want to implement it. You need $1 million for it. And you have saved $500,000. And you are short of $500,000. To make your business dream a reality, you go to the public and ask for money. Impressed by your business idea and seeing its potential, 50 people come forward and give you $10,000 each. Now you have $1 million to start your business. Now you have invested 50% of your entire capital and the remaining 50 people have invested 50% of the entire capital. So you own 50% share of the company and the remaining 50 people own 50% or 1% each of the company. If your company makes $1 million profit, depending on the original investment, you keep 50% of the profit and distribute the remaining 50% to the 50 people. The profit given back to the investors is not given in one shot, but in small chunks over a period of time, and it's called dividends. What if you need more money to expand your business? You go back to the people and sell 2% of your shares to make more money. Other investors buy them at a price which in turn makes them shareholders in your company. So basically, a share is a small ownership in your company. If someone owns 1% of the share, they own 1% of the company. So the stock market is crucial for business to expand and investors to grow their money. Okay, we know what a stock or a share is and why it exists. We have spoken in our previous video on how to trade stocks. I'll leave the link to that video in the description below for you to check out. Next, we'll see how a price of a stock is determined. We see the stock price of Apple as $120, $130, $125, which keeps fluctuating daily. Who decides these prices? Have you ever wondered? If we buy a share of Apple, who is selling it? And if we sell, who is buying it? How do these stock transactions happen and how are the prices determined? Let's see that next. So when the company makes profit, that profit will be redistributed back to the investors, right? So if the company is gonna give me, say, $200 in total, then it makes sense for me to buy a stock at maximum of $200 too. This price is called the future value. But wait, if I am taking that risk to invest in a company and I invest $200, I expect to gain something more than what I invested. No one would want to invest without any profit. And if I'm expecting to get a 10% return from this company, I'm investing which will give me $200 in the future. Then I'm ready to buy the company's share for $200 minus 10%, which is $181. Which means if I buy the share for $181 and the company gives me back $200, then I make 10% profit. The $181 we expect to pay at max for a share is called intrinsic value. The intrinsic value, in a way, is what the investors think as the worth of a company's share. The intrinsic value of a company's share is calculated a little differently by each investor. It depends on if the company makes profit, by how much future value it will generate, how much returns I can expect out of the company, etc. So based on what we saw, if the current stock price of a company is $180 and the calculated intrinsic value of the share is $200, then it makes sense for me to buy the share. On the other hand, if the current stock price is $200 and the calculated intrinsic value is $180, then it's profitable if I sell it right away before other investors realize this and start selling too. When someone wants to sell their shares, they list it in the market with an ask price, based on their calculation as what a share is worth. At the same time, when a buyer wants to buy the share, the buyer bids on a certain price. The stock market will match the buyer's and seller's price. If you don't bid or ask during your trade and you want to buy or sell immediately, it's called a market order, and the order is fulfilled at the best rate possible depending on all the buy and sell orders currently in the market. If there are more buyers than sellers, then there is higher demand for the stock. At the same time, if there are more sellers than the buyers, then the supply is more than the demand. This will make the price of a share go up or lower. Let's consider three investors here. Investor A calculates the intrinsic value of a stock to be $180. Investor B calculates the intrinsic value to be $185 and C as $190. Let's assume the current stock price is $182. Investor A wants to sell his stock since he thinks the shares are worth lower than the current price and wants to take advantage of it. Investor B bids $183 and C bids $185, depending on their calculation of intrinsic value. The share of A is sold to C for $185 since that's the highest bid. Since the last transaction on the share was $185, the stock of the company also moved from $180 to $185. Three things to note here. First, the current stock price that you see here is the price at which the latest transaction happened on the company's stock. In our case, it is $185. This is not necessarily the price at which you will be able to buy or sell stock at that moment. Second, our stock price jumped $5 in just one transaction between two buyers. In reality, the changes are smaller in price and larger in volume. Thousands of buyers are matched against thousands of sellers. In our example, there were more buyers than sellers, which means more people thought that the company was worth more than the current stock price. So the stock price increased. If more people were selling than who were ready to buy, then the reverse would have happened and stock price would have gone down. That's a lot of details, I understand. Knowing this will help you better appreciate how the stock market works. A lot of people are scared about investments and stock market because they don't fully understand it. If you know the basics well, it will make you more comfortable with what you're getting into. Also know that this is a highly oversimplified version. There are a lot of algorithms to calculate intrinsic value, to match buyers to sellers and stuff like that. But you get the gist. Just know that if the demand is greater than the supply, price goes up. And if the supply is greater than the demand, the price goes down. In our next video, we'll talk in depth about how to read a stock chart, what does each jargon like volume, PE ratio mean, how to interpret the candlestick chart and stuff like that. So please make sure to subscribe to get notified. Also like and share this video if you found it useful. I'll see you in the next one. This is Anjana. Bye-bye.